49th San Francisco Pride Parade. You're looking at some of the schools going by, including the Drew School. It's an independent co-ed college prep high school, Lower Pack Heights, that enrolls about 300 kids.
This is a great example of how the parade committee groups people together. So there's several schools. We're coming up on our children to get our families together. So everybody's comfortable, and it's kind of representing a similar vibe.
It's just so amazing to see so many young people and really youth here today marching in the parade. Families, kids, babies.
The families that come with them to support them. That is incredible.
We didn't all have that, did we?
I sure didn't.
And it's not just one school. It's school after school, after school after school. And Donna, you were right. They're sort of grouped in this group that we're going through right now. But every ethnic, nationality, race, age, it's pretty amazing.
And I just hope that that's the future, that children come up making their own choices. They're not forced into the round hole and square peg and everything. You know, it's just make choices for yourself.
You know, I went to my first Pride Parade at 18, so I can't imagine going to a Pride Parade at 5 or 7 years old, what that means, how amazing that is.
Your first parade was 3 years ago?
Oh my God.
Hey, well, tell me, Peter, what that was like as an 18-year-old.
You know, my first Pride was actually in New York, and I've been to San Francisco Pride ever since, but New York Pride always has a special place in my heart. It's World Pride in New York. This year we're celebrating obviously 50 years of Stonewall, but I mean, it was amazing to be with people, to feel free, to see yourself and see others just being who they are. I think that's the most empowering thing about Pride.
Are you missing not being in New York for World Pride?
You know, just a little bit, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than with you, Donna, right now.
Thank you. That was a lead-in.
It's incredible.
Oh, are we at Gap Incorporated? You know Gap.
Still in the Gap.
Gap folks there. Look at that float. Is that something amazing?
They spent some time on that. Look at it.
Yeah.
Good music.
Yeah. Gap Incorporated stood for equality, and all believe their business succeeds when everyone has the chance to stand as equals and thrive.
Yeah.
And you thought unicorns were extinct? There's one on that float.
Yes.
350 participants from Gap. They've got a lot of people.
Yeah, they do. Old Navy, Gap, Banana Republic, and Athleta brands all represented out here in San Francisco today.
It's fun when you have different businesses that have their internal gay clubs, like we had the Gayglers before, and a lot of the organizations and companies have their own little affiliation groups within.
And that's got to be something that's fairly new as well. I mean, that didn't exist 10 years ago.
It is, and if you were a part of it, it would be jeopardize your job. So, I mean, it's a very different thing.
So we're going to toss it out now to Jackie Ward. Jackie.
Hey, everyone. Look who I've got. This is my little 7-month-old Camden. He's got his headphones on, so he can't hear me right now. Anyway, he just woke up from a nap. He is psyched to be here. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. Marching with PG&E today.
Yes, we are.
Why was that important for you?
Supporting my community and supporting my sisters and brothers at the company.
Yeah, tell me about being here with this day with your family.
Oh, well, this is my sister-in-law and my 2 nieces, our first parade ever. So proud to support our community, support love in any shape and color.
What do you think about Pride?
Love it. This is such a wonderful festivity.
It's like a big party,
right? It is a total party.
Making sure this was a family event.
Oh, yeah.
All sorts of generations. Why was that special for you?
Because it's a memory, and it's supporting our community. That's the biggest part for it.
How do you feel about PG&E supporting the LGBT community?
We've always supported LGBTQ+. So it's very important. And this is all supported by Pride Employee Resource Group, which is very important, supporting our brothers and sisters no matter what the diversity.
Love it. Thank you so much.
And PG&E has been in the news a lot lately, and taken a beating really in the past couple of years with respect to the Northern California fires. But I will tell you this, and you guys, I know all agree with me, is that their employees are amazing people. And they go out there in the worst of conditions, and the power's out, the snow's falling, the fire's burning, and they work. And they work hard, and I got to tip my hat to them, and I respect those employees are tough guys.
And they've been around since 1986. It's only a year longer than I've been here.
Oh.
No.
It's that great music. As that contingent winds down, I have to mention we did see the Grand Marshal, Celebrity Grand Marshals. It's a show called Vita, and it's on Stars, and they've been around this weekend. It's an all Latin written show, all Latin stars, all Latin producers. It's just immersed in the Latin community, and it's a show on Stars. So make sure you see that. The cast is here with us for the parade.
All right.
And coming up right behind PG&E here is Amazon with their Glamazon
What is that?
crew.
You don't know
Amazon.
I hope RuPaul's getting some rights for that, for the use of Glamazon.
Oh, we're sure.
Well, what
we
about
love
me?
that.
I should get some from her.
Alexa, show us Amazon.
So I
It's
have-
great.
And I said
I have,
before.
I have Alexa at my house,
Me
and it
too.
says here, tell me a pride fact. You hear facts about LGBTQ plus history. That'll be pretty cool.
I love me, Alexa. That is my girl, you guys.
You're not afraid of her listening in?
She doesn't have feet or legs, and if she does, she can go out there and help me pay that rent, girl.
Yes.
We want to check in with Jackie Ward again, see what's cooking. Oh, I'm sorry, Ann Makovic. Ann Makovic's out on the parade route. Hi, Ann.
Get disconnected somewhere?
Oh, we're working to hook up Ann right now. She's out there with some of the contingents walking through right now. As we see some of this.
Well, this one will last for a while. It's 800 participants in
Yeah, this will last a while. The Amazon
Wow.
Who's running Amazon today?
I mean,
All right, let's.
No deliveries.
We've reestablished contact, as we'd like to say, with Ann Makovic. Hi, Ann.
You want me to take the pack off?
He's with one of the largest contingents, of course, Amazon, and he was just telling me this is one of the most exciting things he's ever done in his life. Can you describe this for people?
The feeling, everyone out here shouting, screaming, and being happy and merry, it feels incredible.
There's just nothing like it.
No, nothing at all. It's unique. I think everyone should experience it.
Absolutely. Now tell me about your outfit here today.
Oh, well, I actually came in just a jeans and a t-shirt. All this gear was given to me and most of the contingency by Amazon.
Awesome. Well, you look great. Have fun.
Thank you.
oh, we got another big one coming up, you guys.
Oh, my
Down,
goodness.
my goodness.
Girl, we've got Facebook.
I want to get up and dance, but I can't with all these wires.
Right. I mean, I would want to give you guys a show, this dress.
Oh, and confetti.
Yes.
We've seen bubbles, now we're seeing confetti. I'm loving it.
So LGBTQ at Facebook is the official LGBTQ resource page for Facebook. That would make sense, right?
They've got 1,500 participants this
This is
year.
the largest group yet.
I am not surprised.
And there's some of the Facebook folks that have made it out today. And you're wondering why it's easier to drive through your city today. Well, because there aren't that many cars on, it's because all the Facebook people are here.
Incredible.
Every float needs some drag on it, I'm telling you.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, it's like an invasion. Look how many there are. Just try to go to commercial break. They'll stop you. Look how many there are.
All right.
And they've got Unity with the Blues t-shirt. Kind of, this one big group.
Now, there's so many people that work at Facebook nowadays. We might see a few people we know and won't even see them in a sea of blue.
Will they acknowledge us?
Right. Will they acknowledge it? Yeah.
Look at the confetti. Isn't that beautiful?
That's pretty cool. One of the many platforms that we're on every day, Facebook with PIX Now, which is our streaming news service that comes on throughout the day in San Francisco and all over if you have Facebook or any of the other platforms that we're on. So we thank Facebook for being here.
I always wonder, Market Street tomorrow, what does it look like? With all this confetti, all the feathers and everything. I guess they cleaned up pretty quick because I never see anything.
It's
ever.
a pride hangover.
Right.
I was going to say, it looks like a clown.
No, that's my apartment.
It looks like a clown farm.
Right. It looks like a clown or a unicorn just threw up all over the place, I'm sure.
Anybody that ever gives me a ride has souvenirs of me because it's in the back seat all over the place.
No.
Hey.
Oh, they got a Facebook ban, honey.
Thank you.
I feel like I want to check Facebook right now.
Yeah.
That is DJ Kid DJing for them. I love him.
How do you like this car?
Very cool.
So next up here, we have the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition. That's why you see all those bikes, beautiful bikes out here on the street today. The Bike Coalition for over 45 years has been bringing people together to advocate for more and better bike lanes, which make streets safer for everyone walking, biking, and driving in San Francisco.
Yeah, and it's probably a good time to just remind people in four-wheel vehicles to watch out, you know, for the bike people. They're not always perfect, but you know, you got an advantage of a couple of 1,000 pounds on them, and so be careful.
1,000 pounds is some metal, honey.
That's right. Ann Makovic, let's go back to Ann.
Yes, I'm here with Brian Wiedemeyer. He is the executive director of the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition. I know that there's been a lot of high-profile trouble recently between bicyclists and cars in the city.
Yeah.
What is your message here today?
We're happy to be out here at the Pride Parade. Imagine a market street that is like this every day, that's built for people, not for cars, where people can celebrate and move around freely and safely. We're out here spreading that message and working to make San Francisco a better place to live, work, and bike.
Okay, so we do have that today. We have Market Street open. What is it like to be riding your bike here safely down the street in the middle of a big old party?
It feels liberating, which is appropriate for today, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have fun, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All I have to say is, Brian, call me. Have my number. No, Brian's one of my favorite executive directors. He's done a fabulous job at the Bike Coalition, is a great advocate for our city, and it's great to see him out here today.
Let's glide.
If you don't know about Glide, you don't know about San Francisco.
Right.
It was originally a Methodist Associated Church, but it really is its own entity now, led by the incredible Cecil Williams, and Janice is with him today. Look at this. There's a lot of love there. Talking about love, talking about smiles.
So for more than 50 years, Glide has fought for the homeless, hungry, and those with any kind of party. They're a dynamic group of diverse, creative, highly energetic LGBTQ and hetero fabulously straight cheerleaders.
There you go.
Who take great pride in leading Glide's effort to promote equality for the LGBTQ community.
One of the first stories you do as a reporter in San Francisco, they send you down to talk to Cecil at Glide, and it will change your perspective on life. Jackie Ward, what do you got?
I have Glide right here with me now. Glide is always looking out for the LGBTQ community. Tell me why it's so important for them to be right in the heart of the tennis court.
You know, I can't even hear you, but we are here every year, in the past, in the present. Glide will be here in the future, standing for everybody without exception. We love.
Are you having a good time?
I am having what a party, what a party. What a party for the city of San Francisco and a party for the world.
You know, and I'm so glad Glide is here because they truly embody love. And I think that's exactly what Pride is about. And you have to go to a Glide service because it is just one of the most powerful experiences you'll ever have.
They're about
it's uplifting,
people,
and the choir, the Glide choir is everything.
Everything.
They're singing today.
That's a smaller group, but it's a very meaningful presence here today, and that's Scouts for Equality, the Golden Gate chapter. They promote inclusive scouting, and they are entering a new era in 2018. The Boy Scout program was open to girls, and there's another institution that's really changing and continues to evolve, and that's a good deal.
I could have been a scout.
You could have been. You could have been a contender.
You still can.
I would have loved to
Let's
have been
do
a
it.
scout.
Well, there was that whole controversy when they were saying there could be no gay troop leaders and all this sort of, I mean, wake up. Wake up. The future is coming.
Right.
So next up we have Zillow.
They better mind the gap.
coming through. And Zillow focuses on all stages of the home life cycle: renting, buying, selling, and home improvement.
There are companies in the group that include Trulia, StreetEasy, Realestate.com, and of course, Zillow.
So I just bought a new house 4 weeks ago, moved in.
And did you use Zillow?
And I was constantly checking Trulia and Zillow to see what was out there. They're great services, and now you just sit back with your phone, and they'll give you the top 10 listings in your area, the area that you're looking for, and it's really it's such an easier way. Last time I bought a house was 20 years ago, so man, things have changed, and this makes it so much easier.
They have a resource like that for beat addresses too.
I want to know if they can find me a 2-bedroom in San Francisco for under $2,000.
Yeah.
You think they can do that?
Probably, but it'll have 4 wheels on it. You know?
We are Zillow Group, and we stand for equality.
Now, this is the first floor I've seen. Usually this happens a lot. It's so active, it's bouncing. I wonder if they make it all the way down Market. They are having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that suspension's getting a workout, isn't it?
We stand for equality, fair housing rights for everyone.
Thank you.
Happy Pride!
Very cool.
Small
bouncy
group, but a
float.
lot of sound. That was great.
This is Cheryl Dunier with the Queer Cultural Center having the Teddy Witherington Award. They are recognizing individuals who have contributed a long-standing large body of work to the LGBTQ community. They have an African-American director, writer, and actress. Well, they are.
All right, let's check in right now with Ann Makovic, who's walking alongside.
Yes, Cheryl, you have a very special part in the parade today. Congratulations on your Witherington Award.
Yes.
Tell us, what does it mean to be here?
It means to be, pride to me means many things. It means having family, being proud, living our lives, living our true colors, diversity, empowerment, and change. I'm so happy that my work, my film and video work on the shows Queen Sugar, The Watermelon Woman, has really empowered so many people to make their own work, tell their own stories. Pride to me is about telling stories. Thank you.
Totally. Thank you.
All
Enjoy your parade.
And now it looks like we have another celebrity grand marshal. This is the cast of Tales of the City, the new version on Netflix. And
Wow.
Jackie, do you have something for us?
Look who I have. What an unbelievable cast we have. First of all, you've been playing this role for a really long time now. We won't go into how many years.
Oh, no, happily proud.
Okay.
26, 27 years, something like that.
To bring it back again with so much going on in the LGBTQ community, why was it so important to reinstate it?
Well, I think it's just, there's an urgency to what's going on right now that needs to be addressed, and, the arts is a really excellent way to step up and stand up. So here we are.
What is it about Armistead's story that really appeals to you, really relates to so many people, queer or not?
I think it's inspiring in terms of the potential for family and community connection, and just, if we can connect to that, then we'll be set,
You're in San Francisco, kind of on the clock, but what do you think about this city?
Oh my, how can you not love this city? It's incredible. It's really incredible. I'm glad to be here on this day and see all the pride coming out. Really. And that cute little baby!
Thank you!
Yeah!
Baby's first pride.
Oh, yeah.
Baby's first.
Thank you for your beautiful work. It was so well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Incredible.
If you didn't hear, that's Laura Linney in the middle of the
It
crowd there.
doesn't.
Last minute surprise, have her here with us.
Yeah, it doesn't even begin though unless you go back to the very beginning with Armistead Maupin. And Jackie Ward had a chance to sit down with the writer and talk a little bit about how this all got going.
Be a beautiful girl.
Tales of the City revolves around a fictional address, 28 Barbary Lane. With its eccentric landlady, Mrs. Madrigal, and her colorful tenants, this new 10-part reboot arrives just in time.
This is the queerest thing that ever happened, and I'm proud of that.
Legendary author Armistead Maupin and actor Murray Bartlett, who plays Mouse, sat down with KPIX News to spill the tea. With this reboot, they say, expect a modern twist.
There's new stories to be told. You know, there's a new generation coming through with new perspectives.
Mrs. Madrigal says at one point in the series, you don't have to keep up, dear. You just have to keep open.
Part 1 premiered at the San Francisco International Film Festival in April. On the red carpet, many of the big stars, including Zasha Mamet, who says viewers will find common ground.
I feel like Tales happens to be about the LGBTQ community, but really it's just stories about people.
In 1974, Maupin began to write Tales as a newspaper serial. By then, pride parades in San Francisco were underway and flourishing. Ground zero for the party, the city's Castro district. But soon it became ground zero for the Bay Area's AIDS epidemic.
Well, I asked my doctor to leave the room so I could cry.
AIDS left a lasting mark on the gay community, a fact not lost in this new reboot.
Basically, the discussion between people who remember AIDS and have almost buried the pain of that and not expressed it, and a generation that doesn't remember it at all. We did learn from all that pain.
Yes.
As a community, and we need to tell younger people what we learned and how does that work.
It's very important to remember what, you know, those things that have happened in the past and be sort of mindful that we don't let them happen again.
Another lesson, that home is a feeling. It's okay to go out and find what Maupin calls your logical family.
If we begin in families that don't accept and love us and have provisional love, we have to go out and find our own tribe. And Barbary Lane represents that, people who have done that very thing.
The day after our interview, Maupin relocated to London with his husband. KPIX News asked him how his beloved San Francisco had changed over the years. He did not want to trash the city, but noted with newly coined tech billionaires moving in and growing numbers of homeless, his San Francisco has become unaffordable for anyone with artistic dreams, especially those featured in Tales.
If there's a big tech crash of some sort, there may be hope yet.
Careful what you wish for.
We got KPIX out here, you guys.
I just have to send out thanks to Armistead Maupin. He's changed our lives with this story. Thank you, Armistead.
Cheer SF.
That's performance.
Girl, I love me some stunt.
Don't you want to be tossed up
queen
there?
myself, girl, yes.
They've offered to do me a couple times, throw me up, and there's no net. So
Cheer SF is always bringing the energy. Always bringing the energy. I'll have what they're having.
Oh, I love them. All right, San Francisco Pride, good to see you all. It's good to be seen. We are Cheer San Francisco. We are cheerleaders for San Francisco Pride, along with Cheer Portland, Cheer LA. Evelyn Cheerleading, Secretary Cyrus Cheerleading. We're here today to San Francisco Pride. Are you having a good time?
Girl, I thought to pick up my wig and join them. Oh, is this the cast of Hamilton?
Okay, have you guys all seen Hamilton now?
I have, and it is one of my favorite shows.
Pretty amazing, the production.
It's
like
unlike anything I've ever seen.
If you guys want to see
Broadway.
it, and you haven't, they're here until January 5th of 2020.
That's fantastic. No, it's a great show.
Over at the Orpheum, right?
evidently a big cast. That's a lot of people. There again, a wonderful thing in San Francisco. You can see world-class theater, world-class arts. We're so fortunate here.
We
There's
are.
opera, symphony.
I hear they throw a pretty good parade now and then. I'm not sure.
At the end, question, you see.
All right, Uber's rolling on down.
And we were talking about gay first. Come on now, Uber's a first in the nation. The model started here, and it's changed the industry. You know, now we can do 3 or 4 things in a night when we could only do 2 before with Uber's transportation.
And they have taken over the streets today.
Yes,
Look at that contingent. Wow.
Another one with 1,500 people.
In a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way.
This is good. This is people.
That's Heclina, isn't it?
1,500 participants.
Yes, it is.
Here's the good news. Uber's a great company.
Incredible.
And they're out here packing Market Street, but you can't get a damn ride if your life depended on it right now.
And they got Heclino in their float. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
She is hard to get, so that is...
I mean, she's hard to get. I hear she's not hard to get.
And I have to say one moment about Heclino. She's co-owner of a gay-owned and gay-operated business called Oasis. And it's a space now where we can do theater, comedy, performance of all kinds. And how wonderful is that? We know the money's coming from us, going to us.
I love Oasis.
Let's get us a show there.
There you go.
And
Man.
Pearl.
I've been there a couple times. Pearl.
we look.
How are the tips? How are the tips?
At our friends from Bank of the West. We're going to take a quick break and come right on back to this live stream of the 49th San Francisco Pride Parade. We'll be right back.
San Francisco Pride.